Hello everyone, so today I'm going to give a short tutorial on what the GTA Terminal game is. Let me just explain the code a little bit and then we'll play the game once. So this is basically GTA Terminal Edition. It's a 95 lines of code. It's very easy. So it's basically teaches you what is C, what are the different like libraries or headers in C, basically not libraries. And it's basically a game which has while and if else loop. If you use Python, if you use C++, you've already heard of these terms, but this is the basic game. So we start by include stdio.h. This is the first line, this is the header one. Then we have stdlib.h and include time.h. stdio.h is something every C user uses. It is used for input and output functions. So somewhere below here you will see printf, somewhere you'll see scanf. So printf is the output function, it prints whatever you type. Scanf is used to take any input from the user. stdlib and time I have both used as a random like number generator sort of. It's a random seed generator basically. Now coming to our GTA Terminal game, so basically it's everything you can do in GTA. You can work, you can rob a bank, you can fight. If you rob a bank, there's police coming after you, you can rest. So the goal of this game is you have to maintain health like above zero. Your money should be above zero. That's it. And you just keep playing until you lose. So we start by the game. We're going to define five variables. The first is health. So you need health. Every player will start with a health of 100. Every player will start with $100. And there's a function called int wanted. So basically the police are going to be after you, as I said. So int wanted and int just caught. Just caught is a safety case and int wanted is how many times you have robbed a bank and the police are after you sort of. We also have int choice, so the player can do choice 1 2 3 4 if you see at the bottom here. So then we start writing the basic logic of the game. We start by printing GTA terminal. This is what the user will see, and basically the whole game is going to work in a while loop. So if your health is above zero, then we go for all of the following conditions. So if the player's health is above zero, we ask the player, what do you want to do? So the player can either work, the player can rob a bank, fight, or rest. Then we use this cheeky scanf function here. Based on the number that the user enters, the choice is decided. Also, I've used just caught is equals to 0. So initially we define it as 0 and then you just proceed on. So if the user chooses choice 1, that is the work. So if you work, we just print your work to shift. You can print anything you want. I've just written a generalized statement here. If the player has worked, we add 20 to the money. So you've worked, you will obviously get a reward. And from the health, we have to reduce 5. Because if you work, you're going to be exhausted. So that's the logic. The second is else if. So first if case, then the second if case. So the second one is robbery, which is a little bit tricky, but I'll just explain. So either the robbery will be successful or you're going to be caught. So you have, if the player chooses number 2, that is robbery, we write int luck and we use rand. Rand is a random number generator. It picks between 0 and 1. So earlier we have stdlib, that is for this rand function. So if you're lucky, if you get, let's say 2 by 2, so that's 1. So your robbery will be successful. In that case, you get 100 rupees, but you're also going to be wanted by the police. If your robbery was not successful, that's the else case. In that case, the police have spotted you and your health reduces by 30. You're also wanted and you're caught. Now I've added this just caught over here. So if you're caught, you're directly out of the game basically. You cannot play anymore. The third choice is fight. Fight is you'll win easy money, but you lose a lot of health. So we have a function called outcome defined here. So in outcome is here we use again a random number generator, picks between 0 1. So if you win the fight, we just print you won the fight and you get money. However, If you lose the fight, I have just printed they were bigger than they look, and you lose 25 health. So you're losing a lot of health by fighting. If you rob, you lose 30. If you fight, you lose 25. If you work, it's just 5. If you work, you can just continue playing until you're like dead. And choice 4 basically is rest. So everybody needs rest. So for resting, for each rest you take, you get 20 health. So these are the basic 4 choices, and based on this, the game keeps on going on in a loop. If the player prints anything besides 1, 2, 3, 4, it will print invalid choice and you look confused. Also, the wanted system above here in the robbery case, we had just caught and wanted plus 3. You might be wondering what this wanted is. So we define the wanted system here. So wanted up until 3 points is fine. Like if you have 0 wanted, 1 wanted, 2 wanted, it's fine. If it's 3 or if it's greater than 3, it'll print police are after you. Now there's 2 possibilities. Either you escape or you don't escape. If you do not escape, it says you're caught, and for every time you're caught, you lose 40 health and 50 money. But otherwise, you escape. So majority of the times you will escape, but at a certain point you're going to be caught. Also, there's a health condition. I've put this as a safety net. So if your health is above 100, the health will be equal to 100. If your health is below 0 and money is below 0, it will just print 0. You can remove these 3 statements and it will print minus 15, minus 20 if you want, but I've just kept it as a safety net so that the game doesn't go on forever. And at the end, we just print game over. So yeah, that's the GTA game basically. Now let me play the game and show it to you. So Nano GTA terminal is to make the file, and GCC terminal C-O GTA. So -O gives the output file, and it's inside the GTA directory basically. So that's /GTA. So when I press enter, it runs the game. Now what do I want to do? I'm gonna be a very nice person and work once. So I worked, I lost 5 of my health, but I earned $20 also. Initially it started with 100, right? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rob a bank. So I was able to rob the bank. I got $100. So my total went up from 120 to 220. However, this wanted was 0. It is 2 now. So the police can catch me anytime now. Next I'm going to go and fight because I want more money. Okay, so now you see the health drop. For the robbery, the health drop wasn't much, but for fight it dropped down to 70. So yikes. But I lost the fight, so I didn't lose any money, but I did lose health, unfortunately. I'm gonna fight again to see if I can win money. Perfect. So I won $30. It's up to 270. My health is not lost this time. I'm gonna rob a bank again. So the police spotted me this time while robbery, but I escaped. So my health is gone down by 30. From 70 it's down to 40. I have the same amount of money. I didn't win anything because I was caught, but my wanted is up to 5-star. So I think I'm gonna be very wise and sleep. The police are after me, and my wanted went down from 5 to 0. So that is good, but I have very less health. My health is 20. I'm gonna go rest again. The police are still after me, so my health is gonna go down at some point again. My health is 40 again. I'm gonna keep resting till my health goes to 100. Okay, I have health 100. I'm gonna work like a nice human being now. So if you see, I just pressed 1 4 times. My health went up to 100 because I was working like a nice person. And my money is the same. I'm not wanted, so the police is not going to catch me. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight a little bit more. And this game is going to go on until you just, die. So if I rob a bank now, there's a very high chance of getting caught. So yeah, the police caught me this time. I can't rob every time, right? Because my wanted was 3 star. I had money, but my health was 0, so I lost. So the final money that I have is 250 and I've lost the game. But that's how the game is. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any suggestions. And this is just a tutorial for beginners. If there are any bugs that you see, you can contribute to the GitHub and modify them. But yeah, that's about it. Bye bye. See you next time.